Coming to you live at the GAMA Trade Show at the Peppermill Resort and Casino in Reno, Nevada, Twist Gaming! Now take it away, Matt. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming. We are coming to you live here from GAMA 2019, bringing you all the board game coverage all week long. And this is going to be our final segment, closing out the coverage here with the one, the only, the OP. We got USAopoly here. We got Ross. We got Pat. Gentlemen, how you doing today?
Really, really good.
Really well, yeah.
It's been a fun day.
First and foremost, how is GAMA treating you so far?
GAMA is exciting. It is always a fun time. We have a lot to show off at the show. So we've been talking about our new refresh with the OP.
The OP.
Oh, so
I said OP before.
No, it's okay.
Man.
No worries. And we're really excited about everything going on there.
Yeah.
Right now we are celebrating our 25th anniversary as a company.
Awesome.
Which is very exciting. And so we've come a long way from like La Jolla Monopoly, and now we're doing all these awesome, great games. And it's been a wonderful year for us. So we get to show off all the cool things we've been working on. We had some stuff that we really couldn't talk about too much here, but we have a lot more coming out soon. But I'm really excited for the games we get to bring out. How about you, Pat?
Yeah, a great show, showing off, as Ross said, all of the product, and then also having a lot of really productive meetings about things for the future. So if you think everything we have now is cool, we got more in store.
Yeah, stay tuned.
That's awesome. I know that you guys said you have some secret projects right now. Should be releasing them soon, but let's just jump into what we can talk about today.
Totally, which is also super awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So we announced earlier we have a partnership with Games Workshop, and we're going to be doing licensed versions of Talisman.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we had announced a couple of the ones earlier at Toy Fair this year. So we had announced Talisman Kingdom Hearts and Talisman Batman.
Those are some nice IPs right there.
They are very cool.
Yeah, definitely two great properties to work with. I mean, Kingdom Hearts lets us blend all of Disney, right? Which is a rare treat in the design space to get to work with all those different worlds. And then over in the Batman space, you know, as soon as we got this project, the immediate answer was it's villains forward, right? Like everybody wants to play as their favorite Batman villain. You're in Arkham Asylum. You know, it's just a great adventure. And we'll be releasing more details about who those villains are. There are 12 playable villains in this game with some really nice custom sculpts.
Right.
So keep an eye out for those teasers about who the villains are that are included in the game. And the thing, you know, from a gameplay perspective, Games Workshop was fantastic to work with on this project. Very open to new ideas. And so one of the things we did is we took some of the concepts from Talisman that used to be for a faster game in the back of the rulebook. We brought those forward and streamlined some of the gameplay, knowing that today's audience is often looking for like a 90-minute experience rather than the
3-hour, 4-hour beer and pretzels kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yep. So we brought those rules forward in both versions to kind of give you the full Talisman experience and a little bit less table time. But we also know that there are the traditional diehard Talisman fans who really want that longer experience. And so those rules are still in the back as a variant. So if you want to play Batman as an all-afternoon, as Ross said, beer and pretzels kind of longer experience, you can do that too.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty awesome that you're offering the new revamped experience, if you will, to keep it with the shorter trim play style, but then keeping the, hey, you know, we know you like this game for what it is.
Yeah.
Let's get the all afternoon game session in.
Which is pretty cool. So like right now, Batman's celebrating his 80th anniversary.
Wow.
And right, so that's a lot of Batman. And so DC has a lot of cool stuff they have planned for the year. And along with that, they're also dubbing it the Year of the Villain.
Ooh. So
along with what Pat was saying, where you get to play as all the different villains in this game. So you're working through Batman's Rogue Gallery, and essentially you want to become the King of Arkham.
Okay.
And so you're going through...
King of the Arkham Underworld.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. So you want to get to the center of the control room, hit the button, and then release all the villains out, essentially. And Batman's also in the game, but as a non-player character.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so in Talisman, one of the fun things about the game is there's many expansions to it. And so we incorporated the Reaper expansion. And in that, the Reaper goes around the board and kind of tracks down the players, and he can take away their life points or take away their cards. They can get knocked back spaces, and so essentially in this version, Batman is that.
Okay.
And so Batman is going around Arkham trying to find all the villains and Batman it up.
Doing the Batman.
Doing the Batman stuff, right? Because he is the Batman.
Oh yeah.
So that's really cool with that. And so all the board is all sepia tone colors, all very dark and grim.
Kind of giving you that noir feel from the comic book.
100%, right? And the cool thing is it's all new art as well. So all the new art on the board, anyways, is all new art for the Arkham board. And then we all took art from the New 52, So for all
nice.
the different characters that are out there. So as we preview more of those, which we'll be doing over the next couple weeks as we get closer to the big release reveal of here's everything in the game. So we're really excited to be showing off a lot of characters with that.
So was that one of the items from the get-go you wanted to do, is maybe make the Batman a non-player character, or was that something that kind of developed throughout the process for the game itself?
It kind of came throughout the process. So when the idea came to play as villains, in order to kind of find 12 unique characters that we thought fans would really identify with, because of course you're choosing your character, you want somebody you're like, yes, this is who I want to be.
Right.
And we felt the villain array offered that. But then you can't have Batman Talisman without Batman. We were trying to figure out, is he a space on the board? Is he a card? And so we were doing a lot of research into all the expansions and different rule sets and different things that we could bring into sort of a core game experience and add something extra. And when I came across the Reaper, it was like, oh, this is the obvious solution here. Is we can add a sculpt, we can have a physical sculpt of Batman in the game, and he'll have an automated way that he kind of moves throughout the board, and players can kind of use him strategically when they have an opportunity to move Batman to send them in the direction of their opponents, to make their life a little harder, and then ideally run the other way themselves.
Right.
So it adds that extra element to the game.
Very cool. And I mean, doing it with the villains is fantastic. I mean, Batman's got the most comprehensive rogue gallery out of any other superhero.
He really does.
Yeah,
So
the challenge was deciding, right? Like, okay, we're gonna have 12 that you can play as, and then in addition, of course, you have all the encounter cards, the adventure cards in the game. Allowed us to add a lot more, but deciding which 12 were going to be the sort of final 12 that get sculpts and get to be playables was tough to figure out who the best array was going to be.
But yeah, so that's Batman Talisman.
Fantastic.
Which we are pretty excited for. And then also here we have
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts Talisman.
So I'm in a weird predicament here.
Okay.
And that's the fact that I'm a big Final Fantasy fan.
Okay.
I'm a huge Disney nerd.
Okay.
I've never played Kingdom Hearts.
Wow.
I know. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's okay, because, I mean, one of the fun things about Kingdom Hearts is you can just watch a YouTube video and get the 48-minute download of what the whole story is.
Right,
and still have no
right.
idea what's going on.
So Josh got the new game, and he was playing it with me in the background. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on in the story right now. And he's just like, I don't either. It's cool, though.
But it's cool, though, because it's Kingdom Hearts. And so this game is based off the first Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
And so Kingdom Hearts just has had its third game come out.
Right.
Which is very fun. And, of course, the story is exciting in its own magical way, as you get to experience all the fun at Disney planets and places. And so in this game, you're... because we haven't previewed any of the heroes yet, have we?
I don't think so, no.
So if you like Kingdom Hearts and know that, the characters that you know and love will most likely be a part of this.
Gotcha.
The board is very, very different from the Batman board. So the Batman board will being very sepia tone, dark, kind of Batman.
Disney.
Disney. Right, yeah. So like I've kind of been joking into saying that this board's kind of like Liquid Jolly Ranchers. Like it's just super colorful. It blows up, it lights up. It's just like, this is amazing. And so like there's Agrabah, and there's Merlin's Hut, and there's all kinds of different places.
So crazy color palettes, but true to the Disney tone.
But true to Disney
that,
and true to Kingdom Hearts. It's very, very cool. Working with Square Enix and Disney on this has been a good time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's it been like incorporating the Kingdom Hearts IP, the Disney licensure within the game? What was that process like?
I mean, like with any of our licensed games, the thing we want to do first and foremost is give something that fans will recognize and love.
Right.
And so a lot of research goes into that. For Kingdom Hearts, we worked with Elisa Teague because she has a knowledge of the license and of game design. So she was able to bring the IP into the Talisman world and work with our team to make that happen. For Batman, it was really working with DC to hone in on, knowing that we're doing New 52 era art. What are the key elements of that story? Who are the characters we can work with that you would recognize from that era of Batman comics? And so trying to figure out how do we make sure that the things you'll recognize as a fan of Kingdom Hearts or the things you'll recognize as a Batman fan are there. And then also keeping an eye on as the sort of Final Fantasy Disney fan who hasn't gotten into Kingdom Hearts, how do we introduce you to that world with the art and things to get you excited about this IP as well and give you things that are familiar? And even with Batman, if a Batman fan is not up to date on the New 52 era, but they know other aspects of the Batman IP, you're still going to recognize a lot of what is in that game and be able to say this is a Batman experience. It feels very true to the overarching brand. And so we wanted to make sure that we did that too, to not go so niche that it's sort of like, oh, I don't remember this part of Batman. It's like,
Right.
no, this feels Batman, or this feels Disney Kingdom Hearts. So we wanted to make sure that there's a lot there to latch onto, and a lot of that is looking at fan sites, talking to fans, and figuring out like, did we get it right before we go too far down that road? Do we have the things you want to see and recognize?
Very cool. So I know you were saying that there's a one unique mechanism here with the Batman version of the game. Is there something that differentiates the Kingdom Hearts variant of Talisman as well?
So some of the spaces and things were changed on the board to fit the thematics. We didn't add an expansion element in this one. It's more true to the original, but with a faster gameplay for sure. And then one of the things that's different because of the IP, an aspect of Talisman that's pretty common is the PvP, right? If I land on another character, I can choose, rather than interacting with the space, to fight that character. We've tweaked that a little bit in how characters interact, because if two Disney characters land on the same space, they're probably not going to have a brawl. And it's not true of the IP. So we've made adjustments in that area to be more thematic to this license and make the experience feel new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. So both of these games, where can our viewers find them?
So they'll be coming out later this year. Batman should be coming out in June, and Kingdom Hearts Talisman will be coming out about a month or two later. So you have more. So we have a whole new website. So for the app, if you go to the app.games,
the app.games,
the app.games on there, we've got all kinds of new stuff, full art, a lot more content, and so you can check it out on there. And these will be both available in retail this year.
Fantastic. So what else is going on at the app that you want to talk to me about?
So we've got
that you can talk to me about.
Well, there definitely are some things that we can talk about. So,
Right.
so I brought up the refresh with the app and everything like that. We also announced 2 games called Astro Trash and Furry Foodies.
Astro Trash and Furry Foodies. Okay, tell me more.
Yeah. So you want to talk about Astro Trash?
Yeah. So are you familiar with Left, Center, Right? Or maybe for viewers who aren't. So Left, Center, Right is a classic dice rolling game. You take turns rolling dice, and you have tokens in front of you, and those dice tell you if you pass one to the left, one to the center of the table, or one to the right. In Astro Trash, you have a planet in front of you, a planet board, and it's covered with these really great, like, chunky 3D plastic pieces in different colors.
Okay.
And each color is a different shape. So you're going to roll your 3 dice, and it's going to give you a color, a direction, and a number. So you can throw that many pieces of that color either to your neighbor to the left, neighbor to the right, or into the sun in the middle of the table.
Okay.
But everybody has these dice, and everyone's rolling them at the same time as fast as they can and throwing pieces around the table.
So not chaotic at all is what you're saying.
Yeah. So you are standing up, you are rolling these things, you are throwing pieces on other people's players.
Nice.
It is all over. It's a quick, like fun little 10-minute game.
Right.
Where you're doing all that. It is a blast.
Yeah, and of course, the first player with a clean board cleans their planet, they win.
Winner, chicken dinner.
And
100%.
And the best way, I think, to play is you require everyone to yell what they're rolling at the same time. So you're like, 3 green left, 4 blue right. It's just people just shouting the whole time. And then you're hearing everybody else and going, wait, what? It's just chaos. It's
So it's
good
good.
time.
Awesome.
And then with Furry Foodies, so what you're doing in this game is it is a tile moving set collection game.
Okay.
And so you're playing as cats that are on the kitchen counter, and there is food left out, and you want to eat it. And so with the tiles that are out, you are, and we'll have to bring it on the next stream because it's just a good time. And so you are you're pushing the tiles off. You have 2 moves, and you're trying to push off like the spaghetti or the pizza or the to-go box of fish or the ice cream.
Push it off the counter
Push
onto the floor.
off the counter onto the floor, and so that you pick up those tiles, and then as you match those, you get more points.
Okay.
But along with that, there's also broken dishes, and there are other cats. So you don't want to knock off the dishes because then you're going to wake up the humans.
Right.
And then if there's cats, you can't push other cats. So it's kind of a thinking game. Because you're like, okay, how do I move around so I can make sure I'm pushing off the tiles?
So is it a dex mechanism to it, or?
So you're just sliding on the board.
Okay.
So they're a nice thick component piece, and so as you're pushing that off, it's pretty good. And then what's kind of fun too is all the cats in the game are also based off the employees' cats. So we have a nice backstory.
So there's a personal element in it for you guys as well. Then. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for coming by
Glad to be on the
today.
show.
Really do appreciate it.
Always good to see him.
And thank all of you for watching at home. This is going to conclude our coverage here from GAMA 2019. But stay tuned for our wrap-up. We'll be back in just a minute with that. For now, though, signing off, I'm Matt. Have a good one, everyone.
Thank you.